think you ready for that, but that don't mean I think you weak. Let's go, I'm stuck on syrup, I'm just like weed. I don't even really care that much when she get out, think she sneaky. Who blow that money but don't go broke out here like me? Reach back to the mob, it ain't nothing bigger, they told me they see. I'm so slimed in, I'm wiping my eyes so I can see. I'm so slimed in, I'm shutting my skin all over the sea. Pints and carrots, right, go up, I'm the highest ever, I kid you not. Hey, I put on my pants like everybody else. When I pop pills, I'm like a hero. Take a trip to Neptune, they'll say you scared. I'm geeked up, don't scare me though. I put on my pants like everybody else. When I pop pills, I'm like a hero. Let's go, they gon' say you buzzing because of me. I put on my pants like everybody else. When I pop pills, I'm like a hero. Take a trip to Neptune, they'll say you scared. I'm geeked up, don't scare me though. I put on my pants like everybody else. When I pop pills, I'm like a hero. Let's go, they gon' say you buzzing because of me. I don't think you ready for that, but that don't mean I think you weak. Let's go, I'm stuck on syrup, I'm just like weed. I don't even really care that much when she get out, think she sneaky. Who blow that money but don't go broke out here like me? Reach back to the mob, it ain't nothing bigger, they told me they see. I'm so slimed in, I'm wiping my eyes so I can see. I'm so slimed in, I'm shutting my skin all over the sea. Pints and carrots, right, go up, I'm the highest ever, I kid you not. I put on my pants like everybody else. When I pop pills, I'm like a hero. Take a trip to Neptune, they'll say you scared. I'm geeked up, don't scare me though. I put on my pants like everybody else. When I pop pills, I'm like a hero. Let's go, they gon' say you buzzing because of me.
Money spread, money spread, money spread. Money spread, money spread, money spread. Money spread, money spread, money spread. I got 150 something. I got 150. Money spread, money spread, money spread. Peace and blue like bubble gum. Peace and blue like bubble gum. Peace and blue like bubble gum. P50s and blue honeys, yeah, look like bubble gum. Show them my money spreadsheet, spread her legs, yeah, I got her sprung. Caught a fucking castle, every bedroom, a master tall model. Bitch, so fuck this, so you gotta use a ladder. Tall model, bitch, so fuck this, so you gotta use a ladder. This where chaos first is beautiful, then it's a disaster. This a money spread, honey's going up my leg, yeah. She wanna ride her, she wanna ride her, told to get on the pig. I'm on the side of her, could've been a gynecologist. Rookie fuck, yeah, I know you ain't got no money spread. Money spread, money spread, money spread. Money spread, money spread, money spread. Money spread, money spread, money spread. I got 150 something. I got 150. Money spread, money spread, money spread. Young money, young money. Yeah, yeah. I know way too many people here right now that I didn't know last year. Who the fuck are y'all? I swear it feels like the last few nights. We've been everywhere and back, but I just can't remember it all. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right, I'm doing me. I'm doing me. I'm living life right now, man. And this what I'ma do till it's over. Till it's over.
but it's far from over.
Alright, bottles on me, long as someone drink it. Never drop the ball, fuck it y'all thinking. Making sure the young money ship is never sinking. About to set it off in this bitch Jada Pinkett. I shouldn't have drove, tell me how I'm getting home. You too fine to be laying down in bed alone. I could teach you how to speak my language, Rosetta Stone. I swear this life is like the sweetest thing I've ever known. About to go Thriller, Mike Jackson on these niggas. All I need's a fucking red jacket with some zippers. Super good Smitto, a package of the swishers. I did it overnight, it couldn't happen any quicker. Y'all know them, well fucking me either. But point the biggest skeptic out, I make him a believer. It wouldn't be the first time I done it, throwing hundreds when I should be throwing ones. Bitch, I run it.
I know way too many people here right now that I didn't know last year. Who the fuck are y'all? I swear it feels like the last few nights. We've been everywhere and back, but I just can't remember it all. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right, I'm doing me. I'm doing me. I'm living life right now, man. And this what I'ma do till it's over. Till it's over. But it's far from over.
It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me. So I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine. I'm shutting shit down in the mall and telling that girl she the one for me. And I ain't even planning the call. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the brown. Nino, she insists she got more class. We know, swimming in the money, come and find me. Nemo, if I was at the club, you know I balled. Chemo, dropped a mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Who'da thought a countrywide tour be the outcome? Labels want my name beside an X like Malcolm.
Good morning,
everybody
Jack.
got a deal, I did it without
Good morning.
one. Yeah, nigga, I'm about my business. Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list. Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness. Bitches.
It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me. So I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine. I'm shutting shit down in the mall and telling that girl she the one for me. And I ain't even planning the call. I want this shit forever, mine, ever mine.
Ever, Mr. West is in the building. Ain't no question who about to kill him. I used to have hood dreams, big fame, big change. I stuck my dick inside his life until that bitch came and went hard all fall like the ball teams, just so I could make it rain all spring. Y'all seen my story, my glory. I had raped the game young. You could call it statutory when a nigga blow up. They gon' build statues for me. Old money, Benjamin Button, what nothing. Super bad chicks giving me McLovin'. You would think I ran the world like Michelle's husband. You would think these niggas know me when they really doesn't. Like they was down with the old me. No, you fucking wasn't. You such a fucking loser. He ain't even go to class. Bueller. Trade the Grammy plaques just to have my granny back. Remember she had that bad hip like a fanny pack. Chasing the star, I'ma turn you to a maniac. All the way in Hollywood and I can't even act. They pull their cameras out and goddamn they snap.
Good morning, chat. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let's get into the day. Let's get into the day. New week here. I think second week of the month, right, chat? Let's see. Let's see. Unmute this. Okay. Everything good? Discord mic check. Screen share check. All right, cool. What's up, Illis? Reggie, good morning, man. All right, yo. Chat, is it moving? Are we moving to them? Looks like you have some red follows overnight. Last like hour and a half here. All right. Let's see. Not bad. Not too bad. Nice push up. 300 and 500 push up. What else is there? Is there any news today? No news today. This week, nothing on Tuesday. Wednesday, core CPI. Okay, that's decent on Wednesday. Thursday, you got core PPI. PPI, unemployment claims, not bad. Okay, not too bad. I mean, you have CPI, which is pretty big. I'll put it up there. And then some Thursday red folders as well. And that's it. All right, chat. So, yeah. Daily looks like after a crazy NFP on Friday, this thing kind of just made its way down throughout Friday's NY session, all the way through until what do you call it? Until market close, right? It just kind of came down the entire day, and then there was no at any given point there was no pullbacks, right? I think right now today, or this move up is the biggest pullback you've had since. I mean, aside from this one that you had, I think this could be bigger actually. Let's see. This one is 560 bips. That's not bad. And then the one on Sunday was 330. So yeah, this is considered the biggest pullback you've had since Monday or Friday's move. So what could that mean? Right? Could that mean that we are starting to reverse? Probably not. It's a little too early, right? It could be a start, but I wouldn't know yet, right? Until we actually like start marking up our zones here, like between here and here, and then now you got a range, right? So the first step is breaking above, and even if you break above, you can tell like how bearish it's been since Friday. That a break above wouldn't even be considered like, I mean, it's a breakout, right? But it's still like range one, or you can say like it's still the first breakout in the range. So first breakout could be a fake out, right? Be aware of that. So you can easily close above and still fake back into the range to continue, right? So what you want to see for like reversals, like what I'll see and determine, okay, cool. Like it looks like we're actually holding and starting to shift in structure is something like this. Like you want to see it close above, and then you want to see it hold. Once you get that and you have enough structure, or once you have that, you will have enough structure, and then you can continue up from there. All right, from there you can start looking for buys up. But until then, this is still bearish, right? It doesn't even need to print a fake up before continuing. It may not even need liquidity. It might just be these like small minor lower highs here. It could be enough for us to just continue down, right? Because this is right here. The bottom of the blue range is the current support, but it doesn't mean it's the overall support, right? Like there could be more clean traffic coming down, which there may be at C. So let's go to the daily. I think you might have tapped it actually, because yesterday when I did the analysis of the email, we haven't tapped it yet, right? But it looks like you came down, tapped the bomb this area, and then the area after that is going to be like down here. So that's like a whole different range. Yeah, that could be the support, right? You tap the zone, you cleared the bomb, the range. The thing is, you have a weekly leg candle, right? But it's only Monday, so you still got to figure out like the whole top wick process and how that would form for this current weekly top wick right here. But overall, you have this leg candle fill, and that takes you down towards like 40, 41. right? 4,100. So that's still a lot of range. But obviously, just because you have a leg count doesn't mean you're just gonna like continue down, right? It's not as simple as that. I wish it was, but that is the weekly. So it's a high time from like idea that you can put and have in the back of your mind while focusing on a small time frame today, right? So today is the first day of the week, so you're expecting a top wick to occur, or high chance it could be a top wick. So then if you want to look for buys, you would need to see structure actually break on a small time frame. So that goes back to this, right? So now we have our zones here. We have like next weekly lecandle fill or next minor support down there. We also know that we just kind of filled the range and tapped the bottom support at 42.74, which is the daily zone, and then rejected off of it twice already, right? So now it's just a matter of structure. I will say, if this is like if the next move up is gonna be the steepest, I'm only saying that because this right here is the next resistance. So if you were to come up, that's going to be 500, right? Like that's your top of the range. So you still got majority of the range to go, a little more than half, right? So if price decides to just push up, first initial pop, we can look for wick entry sells at that zone, 43.77, because you're expecting a reaction, right? A reaction off that area that could take you down towards like these zones down here, or these zones down here, or these zones down here, right? There's a bunch of minor zones on the way down that you can take advantage of. But to the next like very minor support, you got 230 pips. So that's pretty clean if you get the first initial reaction off of 43.77 And yeah, that is 200, right? But that's if you come up first without creating much structure. Like this is okay, like a little bottom wick, and that's fine. But if it's like, if it starts being like this, I think this will still be okay, as long as the second half of the move is decent, as like one consistent push. But if it's like this, and then you start getting like some higher lows like this, then you want to move that zone up, right? Which is going to be like 4,400 next, 44.1, 44.10, 44.20 in that area, right? So it's just the weekly top wick you're trying to figure out right now. And then obviously we kind of came down to tap this daily zone, right? So there's still a chance you could continue, right? But that's going to be, we'll find out below like 42.78. Like from here to here right now, like it's probably going to be a no trade range here. This 500 pip range here, between here and here, right? Because we don't have enough info here. Even if you were to go down, this is not info. Like aside from the fact that you're a bearish, that's good, right? But like lower highs, is that enough, right? Like we don't know. So I gotta wait to see like price actually print lower high, and then it comes back to the range. Sure, we can look for sells in this area. That could change, but that's if you come up higher. Or two, whether you could just break below like this and continue, right? If you could like break below that zone and create lower highs, holding that area, then you can look for continuations below. But you wouldn't be able to tell until you actually start moving and breaking structure, right? Because breaking structure is the first step to bringing volume in, and then once you have volume, you can start getting like actual direction and confirmations, right? First breakouts and everything like that is all part of liquidity, so that could all be fake outs and whatnot as the first initial move, right? But this is good though. This is a good sign. Like this pullback here is the biggest pullback you've had since the Friday move, so that should shift some volume in and start to do things a bit different compared to this that's been happening since late Friday, right? Just slowly coming down. But this is the biggest pullback, so very key. Yeah. So we have 42.75, 74. I think we can probably divide the zone up a bit because this range is like a 900 pip range, right? So we could go and all right, but yeah, you could probably add something like here, like 43, 44, like a minor resistance. Like I don't think there's much info though. Like if you were to come up there, maybe for later, or if you come down first and then pop above, then that could be decent. But as of right now, I don't know how useful that would be, but we can add it for now. So I just got three zones: 43.77, 43.44, and 42.74. And then next zones below is like 41.85, which is this area right here on the daily. And then yeah, now it's just a matter of that blue zone, right? Let me just copy it over real quick, and maybe we can get something else. But 43.77, 43.44, 43.77, 44, 43.44, and then what else do you got? 42.74. And then we got 41.85. 41.85 is right here. All right, chat. So yeah, the blue zone is like here. This is like, I really can't do much in this area. So if it comes down like 500 pips, we're gonna have to watch that, because it's 560 pip range. So we're gonna have to watch that drive down. And then the very next thing is the wick entry sells. So that's like up here, right? But that's about it. It's just this range. Once you get out of this, hopefully, like, the quicker the better. It's only Monday, but the quicker you can get out of this range, the better. If you can do it within the NY session, nice. I mean, we'll have ideas if it does. And then tomorrow should be a lot cleaner to start. All right. You check DXY? No, I don't check the DXY. I just check gold. So whatever, like, I could tell, like, reading gold, like, what's kind of strong with the DXY. And if the DXY does have a effect on it, we'll see it on the gold charts, right? If the dollar's looking good, we'll see gold continue to sink. Or sometimes they don't even line up. And that's the part where it gets confusing anyways. So it's like, why don't I just look at the price action on gold, right? To tell where it's going to go. Monaco. I didn't watch. I watched the qualifying. I watched like the first lap, and then I just turned it off. I'm like, no max, no point in watching. Got disqualified, man. Or you retired. You retired. And then Antonelli won though. But yeah, I just turned it off. Yo, we got the Knicks today. Who came in second? Lewis Hamilton, right? And then, oh, Hadrick came in third. Don, 4234, 4234, 234, 4234. Bye, okay? You're catching a fallen knife. It could be because if it ranges long enough, the first pop below could lead to something. Because I'm guessing 4234 is like down here. So the first breakout could be something, but you kind of got to see like how it comes down there, right? Because like that matters more than your zone. Like you can mark up a zone, but the way it spikes down, if it spikes down or if it's like a very gradual, slow move down, creating a lot of lower highs, and then if it does, like where's the lower highs tapping? What is it mirroring? Like that matters more. Like it's just way too far to even anticipate a buy there. Way too far. But not impossible, right? It's just like you might have to wait until we start getting near to actually make that decision. That's like a 900 pip move, you know what I mean? above like 43.77 for continuation won't be too bad if you create structure. It's not bad, chat. It's like the ranges are massive, you know, but I'm not gonna lie, it might be some time before we get an idea today. It might be some time. Don, I mean 423.4 is support. Oh, you're asking if that's the support zone? 4234. There's a bunch of zones that I have here that are like not drawn on to. Yeah, it could be a minor zone. Like there's been some reactions here. Like I think if you're in like ideas from down here, you can at those areas. That's like a good like B zone or trail stop zones, or even a TP zone, depending on where you got in. Yeah, there's a minor support there. It's just me. The sound is fluctuating. Yeah, it is actually. It's my mic. Hold on, let me. It might be my gate. All good. Might be better. And then 26, 34. Is that better? What's up, Putra? You think we can sweep those highs and still come down? Y'all, too much thinking, guys. Do I think that? I don't know. I gotta see how it comes up first. Why does it have to come down? What if it just sweeps the highs and the create structure continues up? We won't know until it actually happens, right? You know what I mean? Because that's going to be 4377. So if that were to happen, you can get this move. And that's my wick entry sell. I'll be looking for that for the first initial reaction. But like to come back down, I don't know. I'll be looking for a sell here if it comes straight up. And then looking at TP maybe like here. But regarding if it's going to come down, I got to wait to see if it reacts here and then creates like some structure, right? If it does that, then I'll look for sells below here at the bottom of the range. Probably won't be looking for them anywhere here though. So even if it were to happen, I got to wait a long time, right? Until that structure forms. And then we'll look for ideas like on this move or this move coming down. More so below here though. But that's too much. That's too much. You know what song? How's the weekend? Good? Chill weekend? I actually woke up same time as I would usually wake up during a weekday this weekend. So I don't feel as like slow to start the Monday off. Like I feel like ever since I been going to bed later on the weekends than my usual weekday, I wake up like I don't wake up during the week until Wednesday maybe. Hit me, destroy them. The team and told him to slow down. Man, they stabbed. Wait, did Russell finish the race? Yeah, they sabotaging George Russell. You think the 4 will open swipe previous high, bro, on 20? Yeah, chat. That's like me asking. Like, it's just too much. I don't. It's too. It's just like, I can only think about the very next step, right? Like once I have information in front of me, I can anticipate the next step. But to anticipate the next step after the next step after the next step, it's like, it's unnecessary in like my trading style. So I don't try to like have like I don't have that much brain power to like, I shouldn't use that much brain power to anticipate the next step after the next step after the next step. Like I'm looking like, okay, with this information we have right now, I can say, okay, cool, you're creating like small lower highs and this is the biggest pullback since, which is cool. What could that lead to? 2 options. It can go up or it can go down. Okay, nah, but like 2 options, right? You come up, tap 43.77 just because like that's the top of the range. If that were to happen, I'm looking for a wick entry sell. If you were to come up without structure. If you come up with structure, I'm going to move that zone up because now you're creating structure and we already tapped the daily zone and this could be the bottom. We don't know if it's a bottom yet, but it could be, right? So if you start to create structure because you haven't had structure on this bullish move up yet, then, you know, it leads you closer and closer to ideas that, okay, cool, maybe you can actually start to continue up now, right? So then, yeah, as you get these lower highs, higher lows, am I going to expect a sweep here to continue down? A lot less likely, right? But like, I'm only looking for like that very next move. Like if we're to come up, wick entry sells. If we're to come up slow, I'll move it up towards the next zone and we'll probably continue waiting. From here, if it continues down, all I need to see is lower highs, right? So out of rejection off of that support or on the way down, you get some lower highs, right? And you start re-breaking our lows. We'll start looking for sells below here, coming down. You know what I mean? But it's like it's really dependent on what's gonna happen. But I need the moves that you guys are looking for, or some of you guys here are looking for, are the moves that I'm waiting for to happen. So then by the time like it happens, you guys are always telling me, "Yo, Don, you missed the move." It's like, no, I was waiting for those things to kind of form first. You know what I mean? And then once that forms, I'll have like actual or more information to make put things together and say, okay, cool, we can look for this move now or that move now, right? But I don't know. I don't trade like that. I used to maybe before, right? But it's a little more like particular now on what I'm looking for. Trying to get early has burned me out a lot. Yeah, who knows? It might not be early though. We might really be late today on the moves, but a lot of times, like Chad, a lot of times, like 8 times out of 10, I wouldn't know where price is going. It's only the 2 times that I would know, and those 2 times I would know I'm entering. But the rest is like just waiting, right? Like, okay, do we have enough info? Is it printing enough structure? Is it holding? Is it, you know, how strong are these moves? Like spreads, are they tight? Going up, are they starting to glitch? Right? A lot of times too, like instead of like looking for volume to enter, it's like looking for volume to get near an entry. So I would like to see volume here so we can push up. A lot of people could be looking for buys here up, but I don't have that play here. So sometimes you gotta sit up 400 pips so you can catch, you know, 100. No, let's risk 100 pips so we can make a 400, right? That's not how I trade. Daily flipping back and forth too. Toto has a fam here in my city, close next to it. You know Toto's a billionaire? I never knew he was a billionaire. Toto Toto Wolf. That's crazy, huh? I didn't even know he was a racer too. A very smart businessman. Yep. You guys think we're gonna buy this week? Is this gonna be the week where we get a buy for the first time, or you guys think more sells this week? It's been like a month and a week, and Penzo's chat. Penzo is 12 days away. We gotta start the countdown. Dead ass. 12 days away from going 1 year of no losses. Like, that sounds like, I wouldn't even say, like, I don't even think movie scripters would even put that in a movie because it just sounds so unrealistic. Like, can you imagine going a full year without losses? Like, not a single loss. Like, I'm not talking about a losing week. I'm not talking about a losing day. I'm talking about a single trade loss. A whole year. That's like, that's like, I don't even know. I think I might be going bullish this week. You're gonna swing the week? What's up, Kyle? How far are you away here? You are, what did we say earlier, chat? 4377, right? So that is going to be 4377. We're not too far. We 400 now. I think it went from 5 to 4, so it's not bad. There could even be like a zone right below it. Could be at 4369, which is 370. So still around that range though. You got to move. Not bad though, it's not bad. There's a zone at 4344 too, chat, but I want to see it break. Like, there's a zone here, right? Like the top of the blue range, there is something here. I want to see it break for the wick entry, because then it's more so of like high likely if you are above, you can get a higher low compared to like here, where you might not pull back until you actually break above, because it could be a fake out. So that's why I don't have a wick entry sell at like 43, 44. Also because you also made some structure a little too close to it. Like from here to here is not that far off, right? So that could be enough structure just to like break it on the small time frame. All right, Ben C. What's up, Lip Hip? I'm a piranha. Chat, that kind of video coming this week. Ooh, you got a pusher, nice. How much you gotta go? 360-ish. So 360 more pips here. The music should be playing. It should be slightly playing. You want it louder? If I keep it this low, they can't hear it. So no copyright. Well, stops and lots, just in case. Just in case. I think same one, man. Am I tripping? Let's see. No. Oh no, we can't actually. Why are you up here? Like 1700, 45.22. If you get the wick entry sells, so that'll be the stop loss around that area. Wait, we can probably go up a little higher. That's gonna be up here, right? 1770, 45.50. Should be good. $4,552. Yeah, around 1700. Yeah, that's like above these highs, right? Come on, daily. I think once the daily can re-break its own high, you could start paying attention, chat, because then we're only gonna be like 200 pips away after, right? So if you break that high, you can just pop. And then first initial reaction, so it could be lower than 4377. There is a chance. 13 minutes until 4 close. 4 hours. Is the stream over? No, but we're not moving. We got a couple hours left though. Just waiting. Not much I could really do or talk about aside from what was planned. Unless something changes, right? But nothing is changing if we can't move. You know cricket? Yeah, man. I know what cricket is. I find it wild how you guys be throwing that ball though. Like y'all be winding the shit up like how does your arm not fly off? Favorite cricketer? I don't watch cricket, man. I don't know. Like I know the sport, but I've never tuned into a cricket. I don't think I've ever seen a cricket game on like on TV before. You know ice hockey, man. Virtual underwater ASCII weaving? Just smile, Sahil. Just smile. Smile. You don't gotta worry about that. Just smile. Watch his reels. The weather? I don't know. I think it's snowing over here. Gray skies, snowy, windy, hot, cold. That's Toronto for you. Was there a gap on the opening of the week this week? Kinda, right? Small gap. 600 pip gap down. Or 60 pips? Or was it 600? 60 pips. Not much. Not much, not much. Can I predict which team will win the World Cup just like you predict the gold markets? If it was on the charts, sure. I need to display that on a chart. Doesn't Spain have the highest odds? Spain or Spain and France or something, right? What's up, Jack? What's up? From taking that liquidity 450, I'm looking to get buy confirmations, taking bias to all-time high liquidity. Do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. We selling or nah? Nah. I'm looking for, or yeah, we are, but we're like kind of far right now. So I think we're like, I need this to push up like 450 pips with no pullbacks, and I'm looking for a wick entry sell there. And then if it doesn't do that and it just comes down instead, I'll be looking for continuation of sells. But I need to see structure, and that won't be until at least like 42.87. So yeah, 3 options. I got 3 options right now, 3 plays. First play, you come straight up, wick entry sells. Second play, you come down with structure. Then we can look for sells below here. Third play, we just shoot down, no structure. I can't get that, but if you start pulling back below 42.74, we can look for continuation below there. So these are the 3 plays. Anything else that prints is going to just be more information for us to gather and add. And then for buys, we're really far, so I don't have any ideas for buys. I gotta see this first, if anything, and then you gotta see some higher lows. Your previous support is like 43.44, so then that could be a previous zone it can bounce off of, right? But as you start to create more higher highs, eventually we could get buys, but you need step 1 first, right? Which is just a pop up. So that's what I'm looking for today. Those 3 plays right now. and that could change as the session goes on. But that's basically it for today. It's because we're in the range, right? Like we're in a range cycle, and next up is liquidity. So that's the longest stage after a drive from Friday. Right now we're in the range, and then next up is liquidity. So either push up or push below. So it's the longest stage, but once it's set, you should have some direction. The thing is, it might not set until tomorrow. You know what I mean? If we're lucky, early NY, but so far nothing has moved. But you do have a 4 opening, so maybe 4 opens up and just shoots up. That'd be nice. Right, and then higher lows to continue or fake back into the range. You can start getting. You know what I mean? Yeah. 1 minute. Why did my audio just turn off? All right. What's up, Jack? So many Jacks here. That's the 3rd Jack of the day. Violent crimes. Falling. Scheming. Wait, no, that's not the light lyrics. It's falling. Some. Is it scheming? Falling. Scheming. Don't play karate, or just play karate and play the piano. For me, giving up is way harder than trying. Huh? Just put it on, bro. I don't want to hear violent crimes right now. It's going just, you know. It's gonna go. It's too long of a song. You know. If it comes on, maybe it's on shuffle. Maybe it will come on. Is it going down? Maybe. It's gone down the last 3 candles here, but I don't know. I really do not know. I know it's in the range, man. a massive range. You know, I don't know if it's gonna come down once I see it push down 400 pips. At that point, you missed the move, Don. You missed the move, and that's when we just start looking for the move. Cause you actually have a leg count here too on the 1 hour time frame. I didn't realize that, but right here in the one below there, 42.87. So yeah, you can start looking for ideas below there. But that's the thing, right? I gotta see this drop. Like, not really about how many pips are dropping, but about the structure. So since like this is one bullish move up, you got some higher lows on the way down, right? That I want to see break to confirm we're continuing down. So you don't need to worry about if it's gonna drop from here. Actually, you gotta sit down and watch, right? If it drops, starts breaking structure, it's coming down, right? It's starting to create some structure, and you can start looking for those ideas. But you don't want to be guessing in this range where it's gonna go. It's not the most probable thing. This is a leg count too right here. 90 pip leg candle. One hour lead body reaction check. True lead pip, true. Very true. Combine 2 4-hour leads. Combine 2 4-hour candles, and that is it these two? What is this actually? This is bearish, right? So yep, it is a leg candle. Nice. So body reaction is here. What time frame is this on? Four-hour candle. Yep, it is a leg candle. So then the body reaction is right here, which is going to be right there, 43.10. So yeah, 43.10. Then you have a higher low, and then from there we'll see if it continues up. If it does, then it goes up. Amazing. Wick entry sales is still valid. And then if it rejects off of there, then it re-breaks, pulls back, holds. That's your leg candle. Leg candle fill could be below here, so that could be ideas. W ideas, Savio. And we can get in a lot earlier too. So instead of like the 1 hour leg, we can get in over here too. But still need the structure, right? But yeah, 43.10, I can add that. Let's add that. 43.10. Why not? Just wait on gold. On the 15 to close under 43.22, look for sells. Very true, very true. Very true, very true, very true. Chat, how's June going for you so far? Good? Not bad, huh? Better start than I feel like a better moving month than May to start. May took a little bit to pick up. I wouldn't say June picked up fully yet, but it's decent. It's definitely a lot quicker. May was like lacking volume until I think end of the month. Same with April too. April wasn't moving until like April 20th, right? Like at last 10 days. Same with May. So hopefully we can pick up by like June 10th. So then we'll have an extra 10 days of movement in the month for the last month of the quarter. And then quarter 3 next month, just in time for volume. You know what I mean? So, one payout in June so far, W payout. Max payout? I'm actually learning about these funded terms now. I know what max payout is. Gold didn't follow through, so I'm looking to use NY volatility push lower. But yeah, if you had like a tough you know, May or April or June, eventually it'll pick up. Eventually it'll pick up if you're patient enough. Because once it picks up, you need to let it rip. Right? You just have so many ideas. Price gives you so many opportunities to enter. Like you won't have enough lots to really enter. But when it's like slow and it's trying to gather like liquidity and before direction, if you can sit through that and still be profitable through that, but then sit through it and not try to rush and take trades because you want it to go outgrow when it's not outgrow, compared to when things actually do pick up, it'll be a lot easier to trade. $43.54 Asia highs. Is it? Yeah, I mean Asian, yeah, right here, right? What'd you say? 35.54, yeah, around here. 5.4. What's up, Benzo? $12 days, man. 12 days. You might be the first person in history to not take a loss in a year. Well, actually, I don't know about you, but for sure, like, I haven't heard of it before. For sure, for sure. When you weren't trading? True. We all go undefeated when we weren't trading. Chat. 4-hour body, leg candle body is 43.10. Is that where it's gonna come down towards? Uncle Dan, good morning, man. I need a new train name. I'm gonna make it like Uncle Banks, Uncle Dan, Uncle Banks, FaZe Banks. You're gonna change your name, Uncle Banks? Fuck it. Federal Reserve. Jerome Donwell. Just the way I type, I guess. Just the way I type, I guess. Don Fargo. Isn't that American Bank? Wells Fargo? Is that a bank in America or is that an insurance company? No, that's a bank, right? Wells Fargo. Uncle Rice. Alright, bro. That shit wet like my jumper though. Alright, man. Uncle Rice. You know, Uncle Roger? Don AU? What that mean? Isn't AU short for Australia? Red cards? For what? AU. Damn, man, chap. Ain't nothing hit no more. I'm about to start listening to like brown noise or something. Let's play some brown noise. Y'all ever listen to brown noise? Hi, give a trade. You think I'm like I can just make trades? I wish, man. I would. Here, you get a trade. You get a trade. Everybody gets a trade. Big runner trade for you. Ah! But I can't do that, man. I cannot do that. I am not the Oprah of trading. What is brown noise? Brown noise, this is brown noise. It's just noise. It's just like noise. I don't know. There's white noise, there's brown noise, there's a bunch of... There's white noise. What else is there? Pink noise. What's pink noise? Yeah. This is white noise. There's deep brown noise. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like noise. It's just noise. We in the clouds. Boeing 747. Air devious. Overseas. You looking at short or long? Are you in a trade now? No, I'm not. I'm looking to wait. I'm looking to sit down and wait until. Does anyone have the timestamp of when I mentioned the 3 plays I was looking for? But the 3 plays that we've been kind of like repeating here, I'm just waiting for that to kind of print. So if that prints in within our time slots, right, 8 to 11 will be in. If it doesn't, then we gain some discipline today. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was just waiting right now. Well, will you explain how you do your top-down analysis to get a bias for a day? Is why I struggle with being new to trading. Fuck a bias. You don't need no bias. You just need to follow price. I don't always have a bias, because some days my bias isn't like buy or sell, or like or not buy or sell, bullish or bearish. My bias is like drive range or liquidity. So I try to determine what type of structure we're in. Like, so if we have a drive range or a drive cycle, a range cycle, or a liquidity cycle, and then I'll go on from there. But my bias isn't like bullish or bearish, because drive range liquidity could be bullish or bearish. And like I don't need the bias to align or to take like for instance, like I'm not gonna hop on a chart and be like, oh, today we're bullish, so let's only take buys, right? It's like it's not always like that. There are days where it's like really like bearish, and like Friday. I mean, I guess Friday was a little different. Friday I only had sell ideas, but that was mainly because we were on a drive day, right? So when you're on a drive day, you really want to go against the trend because it's driving, right? It's directional. But when it's like a range day, like how it is, or right now it's range, you want to, it could be both. It doesn't have to be bullish or bearish. Like you can go off of this and say, oh yeah, I'm only looking for sells, sure. But you know, if you start like pushing up and creating structure, then eventually you can start looking for buys too, right? But that's the thing, like it's, once you determine like what type of market cycle we're in, drive range or liquidity, it makes it a lot easier to kind of follow. But it's not like one bias only, because not every day is going to be a driving day. How do you hunt liquidity? There are lots of liquidity. How do you find it? I don't hunt liquidity. I sometimes we're part of the liquidity, like, because I don't know like what liquidity is. All I know, like liquidity, in my definition of it is maybe like wiping out the highs or the lows before going the opposite way. But in another universe, or in like another way I can explain it, is like if you were to pop up above the range for the first time today, this right here, I'm already looking at this move and I'm saying this is the biggest pullback you've had since this bearish move down already. Like looking at all these moves here, the biggest pullback, you had a pullback there, you had a pullback here, and you had a pullback there, and you had a pullback here. And this right here is the biggest one. So there's a very much higher chance that you are to break this cycle. By the cycle, I mean like it breaks what it's been doing since end of Friday, which is just slow, constant drives down and then pullback. Slow, constant drives down and then pullback. Slow, constant drives down, pullback, right? So you see how it's the biggest move that you've had up since the move down. So does that mean that we're bullish? No, that means that we're in the range. So if you pop up for the first time, since we're not bearish or we're not bullish, if you pop up for the first time towards 43.77, no pullbacks, pop straight up, you can look for wick entry sells. Because for this to be bullish, what do you need? You need some structure, some higher lows, right, to form. But this is the thing. I wouldn't be able to tell if this move up towards 43.77 is going to be liquidity to drive down. Because if it pulls back, That's the part that I know, or not I know, but high probable, because you need structure to continue up. Either way, if you go up, you need structure. If you go down, you need structure. So if you go down following the trend, you're already coming down bearish, right? So it's a fake out. And then this would be liquidity. But I wouldn't know that. So that's why if I'm looking for a position, it's only from going to be a wick entry sell from like, let's say 4377 areas down towards like this minor support. You know what I mean? And then that's the move I'm looking for. Because after that, I'll see what price does, right? After we get in and we get out, I'll be like, okay, cool. What's next? Are we going to re-break the highs now? If you do, and you pull back again, and it's still not a fake out, right? Because it's still bearish. So you got to be aware that it could be a fake out, which is what you said. It could be liquidity, but it comes back up. Okay, cool. Now I'm looking for buys. But you see how much it's got to go and how much it's got to create. So like, I'm not the type of person to like, oh, you need liquidity here to come down towards here. It's like, sometimes we could be part of it. We could be part of the liquidity. We can get in sells, right? But to tell, I usually wouldn't be able to tell where it's going to go after that. So, yeah, that is what I'll be looking for. That's one of the plays. And then continuations down below like 43.10. You know, like if you start pushing down below that range there, getting pullbacks, very key pullbacks, I'll be looking for sells. There's a 1 hour leg candle here. There's also a zone at 43.10, which is a 4 hour leg candle body reaction. If you combine two candles together, you combine this bearish one right here and this bullish one. If you were to reverse engineer that candle out, you're going to have a candle looking like bottom wick first and then bullish closure looking like this on those two candles. On an 8 hour time frame, you might see this. And then if this is a leg candle, then 43.10 is a reaction zone. So it makes sense with the sells. If you come down, you start to create structure. Guess what we can take? The leg candle fill. Going back to the 1 hour time frame, where is that going to be? Below here. Or below here. There's also a 1 hour leg candle fill here, which could be the, you can combine them, right? You have a 4 hour leg candle plus you have a 1 hour leg candle. So then you look for sells below there, but that won't be until, you know, you start actually breaking below. So if we pop up first, we're having a deal because it's like wick entry sells, right? That could be liquidity. And then if you continue down, then it's just following the trend. But now it's just a matter of like these lower highs that you get right here, which is the leg candle body reactions and everything. That's going to be very important. And if you get that, as like coming down below 43.10, this is the range you can look to grab. So it's a very minuscule move, you know. It's not like we're looking for sells from like this point down, or like it's a very minuscule move of what I'm looking for. Just like Friday, right? Friday or Thursday? Was it Thursday? I think Thursday. Everyone was like, "Yo, you're missing the move, man. You're missing the move. You're missing the move. You're missing the move." Right after this, because we got at the very bottom of the range. After this, but you can see how much more directional it was the next day. So no, I don't hunt liquidity. Crude dropped and gold popped same time. Crude oil. And also that should answer the questions about what my bias is for a day, because drive range liquidity. No FEGs, no order blocks. Or these things could be, yo, is there an order block or FEG at 4377? Can someone let me know? 4377 to 4344. Anything there? Any order blocks in that zone? For those that trade order blocks and FEG. You trade it, Penzo? All right, I know you don't trade it. Serious question. Is there an FEG or order block at 4377 to 4344, chat?
Rich over trouble water, ice in my muddy water. Rich off a mixtape, got rich off a mixtape. Probably shouldn't be driving, it just got so much harder. Can't even see it straight, I can't even see it straight.
What's up, Cookie?
I buy the shots, live a little, cause niggas die a lot and lie a lot, but I'm the truth, that's right, I fucking said it. The living proof that you ain't gotta die to get to heaven. You, girl, you right there, you look like you like this shit. How'd I know, that's me on some psychic shit.
No one enters the order blocks? Alright, damn. I guess everybody here profitable. Nah, I'm just trolling. So no one here trades order blocks. Or FVGs. What lots were you using? 1700, 0.0. 1700 pip stops are gonna be 0.0. I think 0.05, 0.06. Alright, 0.06 should be good. If we get the wick entry chat, that's a lot I'll be using from this account size. 2581. Break down Apple stock. I've never broken down Apple stock, but let's try it out. Let's see. Apple stock. I've never traded stocks before. Okay. So it looks like we're at all-time highs. So then all I could really do is measure out this range, copy, paste that above. Next zone is going to be right here. Next target. So then you got sorry, the music's loud as fuck. Sorry. You got 324.09. And then, yeah, that's the next target. So what we'll do for all-time highs is measure out the ranges. And then you get that as the next zone. Because the range that you're in usually is the range you fill. All-time highs or not all-time highs. And that's all I can really say. It's a little tricky. For all-time highs. Wow, Apple's like all-time highs right now. Y'all seen the new flip phones? The new Apple flip phones, the lineup. I think they have like mock-ups or let's see. You seen this? Oh, XYZ ABC is here. New phone. The iPhone Flip. I don't know. It looks I wonder what it's gonna have. But I think I prefer this one over these type of flips. Another nice copy of Samsung. True. We're missing a stylus though. Aren't the new Macs gonna be like touchscreen or something? The new MacBooks? The new MacBook Pros? Yeah, that's what I heard. Like it may be, we may be stepping into like Yeah, the screen's at touch. I wonder who's the target audience for that. I mean, they're not the first though to have a touch computer, no? Like Asus and stuff's been doing it for a minute. But whenever Apple does it, they always add some badass, like they add something that makes that makes the product much better or much cooler. Like, remember the dynamic island? When they added dynamic island, like, you know, Samsung's had that forever, but when they added, they made their version of dynamic island, and just they added their, I don't know, like they add like some crack in it or something. It's like listening to Cardi, they add a little bit of crack in it. Much cooler, extra 3000. Yep. Basically though. Yep. Like the Vision Pros. The Vision Pros. I wonder if Apple's gonna they're probably gonna have this. Apple's probably gonna come up with like meta glasses. Like their own Apple glasses. Like why not? You know? Pretty sure. They never like reinvent the wheel. They just kind of take whatever's already popping out and then they just make it their shit. Like they'll take the meta glasses and put their cameras in. They make the best cameras. Market structure from higher time from the lower time frame, sure. So this right here is higher time frame, and all that's in between is lower time frame. So you might not see it on this time frame, obviously, because this is the higher time frame. But if you shift, let's say this is the 1 hour time frame, and let's just focus on that blue move down, right? On a small time, you might have something like this, right? On a higher time frame, you just got that though. So you gotta start swapping between the two time frames, because sometimes you get more information out of like the smaller time frame with the more accounts that print, and then that's gonna tell you what this next move is gonna be. Because look at the next move. What was it? It was a lower high. So let's go ahead and highlight this like this. Boom boom. Right, that's a lower high, right? So if you get the lower high on a small time frame like this, what do you got? Let's just say something like this, right? Let's say you got something like that, right? You can see what happened though. Looking at the structure in the small time frame, it's still like coming down slow and then lower highs, right? Lower highs. So this is when you see on a small time frame too, like this is when the structure starts to break a little bit. Right, like above these areas here and here, like these highs right here and here, it starts to break structure. But since it's a smaller time frame, if you look at the small time for so long, you're like, oh shit, we're in the range here. You have a breakout of the range. Let me just take a buy. But you're forgetting the higher time frame. Like the higher time frame is still coming down, right? Like let's say before this move here, it was also coming down already, like this, right? So let's just say it's like this. This has been the move. So you forget, if you look at the small time for so long, that the higher time frame is like already really bearish. And then what you're taking here, you're thinking you're taking a break on the small time frame, but all you're really taking is just a range one fake out. So then what happens next is you start to get this next part of the move down in this yellow, right? So then what ends up happening in the yellow is you start getting like this, and you notice that the move down is a lot stronger. It's like, why was it more volatile? Because you're already continuing down in volume. So there's two things I look for. Like I pay attention to one, how the structure looks coming down. If it's slow, then I need some structure. If it's fast, I'll still need some structure. But you can be less aggressive with it if it is also fast as well, right? But this move is pretty slow. This pullback was pretty slow. So then in this case, I'll start looking for ideas like maybe below here. After like you get this lower high here, I'll apply something like that. Wait for a lower high at the bottom of the range. Sometimes you might break it first, then pull back. In this case, let's just say it pulled back before. So then below here in this area, that's your bread and butter right there. That's what you want to grab. You don't need to grab from here. You don't need to grab from here. You can just grab from here. You know what I mean? And then you can see small time frame pulls back again. And then maybe this time this pullback is slow. Let's just say the pullback looking like this, right? That's the pullback. And then you got the last move, which is going to be, let's go red. This is the last move. What ends up happening on a small time frame is you just kind of get this, right? But if you were to now move it up another time frame, let's say this is the 1 hour. This right here is the 15. Let's put it on the 4 hour. How will it look on the 4 hour time frame? Will probably look more so just this. So that's price on different time frames. So basically accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I don't know. That's market structure. Like, I don't know how more simple you can get it. If you think if the accumulation, manipulation, distribution is more simple, then use those terms. But yeah, that's how I would be looking at market structure. You ask a question about market structure in a higher time frame, lower time frame, right? So that's how I look at it. Like, for instance, like this, right? Higher time frame, like if you're on a smaller time frame right now, like the 5, people would be like, oh, let's look for buys because it's bullish, right? But a higher time frame is still bearish. So then all that's really happening in higher time frames, you have this and you have this, right? New Audi is nice. Oh yeah, the new one. I still can't pronounce it. The Novu some. Fear moves faster than greed, hence why bear moves are usually faster than bulls. Interesting. Sounds valid. Chazzy. We gotta push up 300 more pips here. 300. Let's see. Buy, bro. 4350. I told y'all I'm not buying yet. I'm gonna have to watch this move push up 400 pips. So these hands, I gotta sit on and watch it drive up 400 pips, and then I can look for a wick entry sell. But I have to wait here because this move up is more information. More information. New Valari. That's the car. Let's see, you got a minor rejection. 4344. So let's say, is it gonna create a steeper high, or is it gonna reject from the top of the range to continue? I got sells 4323, stop loss of 4355, TP at 4274. Seven four. 600 pit runner. Let's get it, man. What do you think? I don't know if you're. Wait, what's your stop loss? For 355. 355 might be the middle of nowhere, because that is barely the break of the highs, and you breaking that high isn't gonna change or have a significant impact on price, because that is still the first breakout outside the range going up after a bear move down. So the first breakout could be a fake out, so you could easily pop up and still be able to play out in your move, right? So the stop loss might be a middle of nowhere. The idea is not. The idea is good. To continue down the bottom of the range, following the bear trend. It's just a stop loss might be a little tricky there, because 5-5 is the middle of nowhere. You never want to place your stop loss in the middle of nowhere. It's a break of this, but like looking at it, like it's like you re-break the high, you can still come up and still be a fake out. That bear trend is still doable. So the risk to reward there might be a little off, because the risk is the middle of nowhere, which is very like minuscule versus like the move. Like the probability risk to award, not the actual trade risk to award. You know what I mean?
Audi has replaced the R8 with this.
Wait. Oh no. 372 would be a stronger stop loss. I'll put it even above like 82 to be honest, but yeah, like a 72 is close, much better than I think the 5-5 middle of nowhere. But then again, I also don't want to like that's your trade idea, right? I don't want to persuade your idea. If you think 5-5 strong and valid for your exact idea, then by all means go ahead. Let's see. I hate them? No, why would I say that? That shelf is mad empty. Yeah, I'm gonna add some stuff to it. It's on the box. I don't know. I gotta like, I actually want to remove this shelf and put a whole poster, but it's just like, what did I have in the shelf? Like cars, toys, what else did I have in that shelf before? That was it, no? I feel like it was just toys, books, and toy cars. I don't know. I kind of just don't want to have that stuff up no more. I don't know. It's just like I don't I don't really like. I kind of outgrew that stuff. I don't really want to put toys and shit back in my like. I have like everything I have here right now is like it's something. Let's just put the projector back up. How about that? Projector. Again, feedback from a teacher. Yeah, no, I understand. I think just stops, bro, honestly. Because it's not a bad idea. Like, you're following the trend. You're taking the cells down. It just stops. It's like very high likely you can get the range fill. Or at least like a BE or a trail stop, you know? If you got in at 23, 4310 is the next minor support. So you can get that. It just stops. That I'll be more like worried about. But this rips down from here, rips down from here, right? Just BE and all that set, and you'll be good. Do you have some level of OCD, you think? Maybe. I don't know, do I? I like things done in a particular way, but I don't. I always thought OCD was like everything had to be like, you know, like everything has to be like centered, perfect. I don't think I have that though. Like I don't need things to be like my desk is kind of messy. I've seen worse. I've seen worse OCD. Fiend. I mean, you gotta have a bit of OCD in trading, no? Like, don't you guys like hop on the charts and do things a particular way, chat? Like when you guys hop on and analyze your charts for the first time of the week, like you guys like things have to be done a particular way, no? Like the way you chart your levels, the way you mark up your ranges, like, you know? I think that's pretty. So it's a routine. It's a routine. Bear check AI made today, May 3. Alright, bro. You put Diddy on my shelf. Why the fuck did you put Diddy on my shelf, bro? You still smoking? What you mean still smoking? Eddie Graphics, please, if you want to send signals, start your own stream. But anything else is cool, man. Ideas for setting ideas, asking for feedback, all good. But signals, come on, bro. Just enter. You know? Wow, it's almost 10, chat. 6 minutes to 10, so let's see how 1 a.m. opens up. Pencil, that AI just gave me deja vu. I don't know why. I feel like we've been here in this exact moment before. Just an idea, bro. And that is nothing wrong with sending an idea, man. But like, are you asking for feedback or something? You can ask for feedback. But I couldn't tell if you're asking for feedback or just send the idea. You know? You know? Chat, what should I add to the shelf? What should we add to the shelf behind? This is actually underrated Travis Scott song right here. Hello? Yo, 42 months. Thank you, bro. W Marcos. 42 months. 42 months. Damn, that's like, how long is that? 42 months divided by 12? That's 3.5 years. Damn. Sorry, I don't know where my shit is. Unk? Can you check how long I've been subbed? You got a sub, man. You got a sub for the celery. Wait, hold on, maybe. No, I can't. I can check. You joined YouTube 8 years ago. And I can check how many subs you have, but I don't. It's not like Twitch. Twitch has better like streaming analytics for chat experience. Like you can actually check like how long they've been subbed, followed for, how many messages they sent. YouTube is a little. It's getting there though. It's better than what it was like 6 years ago for sure. What are the ranges looking like these days? Coming back at the 8-ish months. 8-ish months? Whoa, 8 months ago. Here's a simple way to put it. 8 months ago, we'll be using a 400 pip stop. Today's conditions, we're using 1600 pip stops. So it's a lot wider, a lot more volatile for sure. Yeah, man. Watch time will go hard. YouTube stream too basic. Not gonna lie. What can I do, man? I try to add watch time, but they don't have it. It's all good though. We won't be watch time judges. No matter how long you've been here for. I mean, if you're active in here, you're active in here. I can tell. 30-minute leg coming. See, I know Albert's been active in here. He's already like anticipating the next 30-minute leg candle. So you see what I mean? Some people just tapped in, and it is a leg candle too. So he's tapped in. He is tapped in. Shout out to Albert 6488. W leg candle, man. Leg candle video coming out this week, chat. I don't know what format though, but there will be a leg candle video coming out. Finally, right? Is it 1 hour leg candle 2? Ends a 30-minute leg candle. So yeah, it's not bad. You're holding this zone here. If you can stay above that zone, you can still get a top wick here. That'd be nice too. Overseas. Where is Yassine? Why were they supposed to show up every day or something? Where is Karl Max? That's the real question. Karl Max said, I'm gonna be here every day. He said on Friday be here every day. Hey man, see what I mean? People say they be here every day. They don't. They here for 3 months. How much has this account grown since March in dollar wise? Since we came back, right? I think we came back around this week, right? We made $553 and we withdrew 178. I think that's like 25%. 20%. Sorry, pencil. My Go XLR thing just crashed the moment Travis played. You won't believe who has a song called Overseas? I wonder who, Wicked, who? What are we looking at? Maybe tap 4306 before going up? 4306 before going up? Yeah, it could be. There's a reaction zone at 4310, so if it goes up after tapping 4310, then that could be a bottom wick. And then we'll see above like 4358 how it looks as it makes its way back up there. You do have a leg count too, so could be. Central C. What to do, bro? Closing trade too early before TP? You know, you're not closing the trade too early before TP. You are just not following your plan. Sometimes, or how I deal with it, and not like feeling regret after I close, is I have a plan. So I have a TP, original TP. I have a original stop loss, and then I'll have minor zones going up towards that TP, and then I have zones going against the trade, and those are my management areas. So every time you see me enter a trade, I'll always talk about break even and trail stops, and that's part of my plan. My plan is to mark up those zones, mark up those zones, and then the moment price taps those zones, I'm break even, no hesitation. Next zone gets tapped, the trail stop zone, trail stops in profit. Next zone gets tapped again, trail stops and profit. And I'll just keep doing that until the trade 1 hits my BE or hits my trail stops, depending on where I manage it, right? But that's part of my plan. So then no matter what happens after, it's none of my business because my plan worked out in my favor. I had a BE. Although it didn't hit TP, I still followed my plan. The plan shouldn't only be like a naked like TP or a stop loss. Like you should have zones on the way up and down to manage against and then to manage in profit. And that helps me because no matter what happens, sometimes I'll be closing off and price like Friday. We closed off on Friday and then price drove down an extra like 1600 pips, right? But my plan only gave me a TP, I think on Friday, maybe down here, and I got a trail stop loss and profit. And that was it. Move on to the next day and do the same thing, looking for the same piece every day. Or looking to follow the same plan every day. So the next day I know when I come back, it's going to be the same shit. I'm going to have an entry, or if there's an entry, I'm going to have a trail stop loss, I'm going to have a take profit, a BE, and all those things set. And then it's not up to me if I'm going to get a TP today or, you know, it's like up to price. Like, is price going to give me a TP today? Is he going to give me a runner? Is he going to give me a stops? Like, but that's up to the markets. You want to just enter, mark up your zones to manage, and then let price take over. Do whatever it wants to do. But you're not in control of that. Some days you might close off and then price reverses. And you're like, perfect exit. I think Thursday was like that for us. Right? Thursday. We had a Thursday trade similar to Fridays, but price reversed after. So we had a pretty good exit. But since I did the same thing every day, I showed up and had the same plan for this day. Same plan for this day. There's no regret. There's no like FOMO. Because look, if Friday I closed off and it ran for 1500 pips, the next day I'll be coming back and saying, oh shit, since Friday ran after I closed off, I'm gonna try to hold today. What does that have to do with anything? Like, what does that have to do with like where price is, how price is looking, what the current conditions are like, right? You're just basing that off of like your FOMO from Friday, which has nothing to do with the charts. Price doesn't know about your FOMO. But if you stay consistent and having the same plan every day, BE, trail stops, BE, trail stops, BE, trail stops, no matter what, you'll never be disappointed. So you gotta find ways to not be disappointed every day. And sometimes disappointment isn't a stop loss. Sometimes disappointment could even be like managing your trade. Because then like you can't always get the most perfect entries and exits as well, right? Like trading isn't going to be perfect. That's just a chase. Like you're just chasing something forever, like always chasing for like the most picture perfect trade. Like you need to get like there's so many traders that like are like a pip away from TP after holding for like 700 pips, and then they don't want to close just because they want to see a TP hit, and then they get that mixed up with like following the plan, which could be true, like if that's your plan, but maybe that's not a good plan. Maybe a better plan might be to have like BE and trail stop zones, right? Because then you're not always looking for the picture perfect idea. It's okay to have a TP, but maybe that's not the best plan. Maybe there's different things you can add to it that could reduce the risk and secure longer term profit time and time again, compared to always trying to be perfect, right? Every trade. But that's my approach, like over the years, what I evolved to. Because we used to just close half and then let it run. Like we'll always attempt runners. Like before, between 2020 and 2023, I remember just no matter what trade it was, or between that and 2024, we'll always be like attempting runners, no matter the situation. We wouldn't care for like if it's a drive, range, or liquidity. We'll just always have like, let's put TP down here And if it runs, it runs, right? But then like how many times did I hit TP? Like maybe 5% of the time. So then I noticed that doesn't happen often. And then there's much better ways for me to secure more profit from it. And then that's when I started to add like, you know, BE zones and trail stop zones. And then last year we had like much more pips collected overall than the prior years. So, I mean, it's something that suits you as well, right? But that's all I know. So what happens to lot size? We went from 800 pip stops to 600. Yeah, so stops have, we are supposed to be using like 0.14 as a fixed lot. But then stops are so big nowadays where I have to have more of like a static percentage risk. So depending on how big stops are, my lot size will drop or go up depending on that. Hey, I'm very confident here every day. W Walkman. Like today's, if stops are 1700 pips today, I'm gonna use a 0.06. But if stops are like 2000 pips, I'm gonna have to use a 0.04. If stops are like 1500, I can, you know, increase it to like a 0.8, 0.8, and just depending on how big stops are. But what doesn't change, the stops might change, but what does not change, and this is very important, never use, or you know, I'm not gonna say never, but there's a problem with using like a fixed stop loss like amount every single day, because conditions are changing. And now you're just like using, let's say you want to use a fixed 400 pip stop loss every day. Okay, cool. Let's say this month, 400 pip stop loss is going to be just an example chat. But let's say you want to use 400 pip stop loss every time. It's like right here, right? So today it looks good. It's above the high. So if you break the high, likely you are to break structure. Cool, right? This high right here. But let's say 8 months from now, 400 pips is here. What does that have to do with anything? You know what I mean? Because like look at where it is now on the charts. Like 400 pips has nothing to do with price action, or like with market structure, or like breaking movement of candles, breaking highs, breaking lows. So then that becomes a problem. But I trust is me. They contradict themselves. There's 153 to hold up a stop loss. Yeah, maybe no, but then again, it's just like we all been there. It's just like trial and error, and then just continue to adapt over time too. Because when I first started trading, same shit. Like I've always wanted a TP. I always wanted a wick entry, a picture perfect RR, right? But then as you continue to trade, you realize like even it got to a point. Chat, how many times have you guys been here where you see like you hit break even and it's like negative like a pip, and now you're like, how do you make that pip back? It's the same thing when it comes to that too. Like when you want perfect things in trading, even that would bother you. The fact that you hit break even, but instead you got slip, now you're negative like $10 for a day, and then you ruin your whole entire account chasing that $10. It's normal, but once you realize that's not, trading is always perfect. What a day though. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for this move to happen up here to go up towards 4376 so we can get wick entry sells. But since there's a little bit of structure now, we're trying to figure out if this is just gonna continue pushing through, and if it does, we still gotta let this drop like another like 270 pips. There's a minor zone at 4310, so you could get a reaction there for a lower high. But the idea is just you want to see structure now. There's a leg count right here too. So you get structure, you continue to break the lows. Below here, we can look for sells. But that's after like you get some lower highs here. So we're like, it's not bad. Like you got much better structure and movement coming down here. It's just a matter of like tapping these zones now and clearing this area. $20.19 AW, man. So you know that we used to try to get like those like shit, like crazy RR trades. US 30 only. And you also want to reduce brain power too, chat. Like the thing is like when you have a playbook and you have like, like kind of the plays that could be happening, you lay them all out, right? So there could be different plays that day, like can lay out like 3 different plays, like 1 play, 2 play, 3 plays. And it just comes down to what price aligns to. Is you gonna align with play 1, play 2, or play 3? And the rest is just you like kind of just chilling out, right? Like you don't have to always use brain power to like analyze everything that's going on. Because that's why you planned it in the first place, right? And then a lot of times just like waiting until those things actually form. Kind of how it is now.
Coming next, a mix of your top songs from in 2024. Ken Carson first.
How much does this move down? A 1 hour candle pushed down 90 pips so far. In 17 minutes, it's not bad. What's up, Grant? Hello, Grant. What's better, simple or fancy charts from brokers? From brokers? What does from brokers? What was that? Fancy or simple charts? Add as much tools as you like. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with having too much on your charts. If it works. Like, there's not only one way of trading. But I have one way of trading. So my charts are clean, but somebody else's could have, more like indicators on it. And if it works for them, it could be profitable too. So that's like kind of a tough question, because you can kind of make it all work, to be honest. It's just what works for you, right? But there's not like a holy grail. Non-broker trading views, yeah. I don't think it matters too much. Like if you have too much in your chart or too little. I just like, this is all I have though. Like, a lot of times just lines, align boxes, just to like get a reminder of what I'm looking for. Like everything here is like put here for a reason. So like I'm not gonna put zones that I'm not looking for, or like area like price at, let's say 4 through 10. Like that's a 4 hour leg candle body reaction, because we have these two candles combined for a leg candle. You know what I mean? So this is the body reaction zone. So that's why I have it there, but everything is kind of here for a particular reason. But I know people who like to add like a lot of zones, right? They like to add like minor zones everywhere, which you could do. Sometimes in the session, I do get that, depending on the day. In the first sales, by the way. Oh wait, yo, did now get, yo, did you get your break even? You tapped 17. I'm guessing you went like, you got on at 23 or 28. You got like maybe 90, 100 pips there. I think, right? You got a 28 entry or something. You see the reverse now? I don't see anything right now, man. I have 43.77. That's my wick entry sell if you come up with a structure. And I have sells below 42.86. Anything between here and here is like, I'm just waiting like on what's to happen next. I'm not looking for anything in these areas. All right, Benzo. BRB 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Chat 10 minutes until NYC open. Then we have like 30 minutes left until the 1. And then we'll see what's up after. I can't believe we learned last week at chat that we might not be price action traders. But realistically, there shouldn't be terms for anything. Like they're just terms to identify stuff. Seems a leg candle. I'm sure someone out there has a leg candle, and it's not called a leg candle. Like for them, it might be called like the VPX 5000. Like someone might be having like someone's leg candle could be a VPX 5000 candle or something, right? And it's just the same meaning in a different world. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for the VPX 5000. And somebody else looking for a leg candle. Same way with FVG. Someone has that marked up as a resistance, and you might have it marked up as a FVG. All of a sudden, it's just different things. Interest in the market is quiet. It's probably what's happening in the world right now. If you think about it, they only put the info like on regarding the markets. It could be priced in. It could be coming out after. Like, think about it. If something comes out and it makes every trader think that it's gonna go up, why would it go up? It's just, I think it's all like regarding like the news, like looking at news and related to charts. Like, sure, it brings in the volume, but I think it's all a distraction. It's all unnecessary to read what's happening with price, or looking for if you're looking for like a leg candle fill after waiting like for a push down. It's like news could take you down, but we're still waiting for that leg candle. So you don't need to use too much brain power to think about what's happening. You can kind of just focus on the market structure, waiting for that to break. Like for instance, like if you were to have let's say structure coming down and the news takes you up, right? You still gotta wait for a higher lows to form. So after news comes out, you get a higher low, and then you start to re-break the highs. right? Look how fast this took to break the structure. One quick push, you got a higher low to confirm that it's not a fake out. Above here, buys. Noise, yeah, sometimes it could be noise. Sometimes you could be in a position and then you're also in with the news too. Sometimes it goes in your favor, right? I think one time we were in a trade. I think I don't know if this is on stream, but we had I think a position and the news came out and it just took us down towards TP. And then we're like, wait, what was that volume that came in? We go ahead and check Forex Factory, check news, and it's like, oh shit, news came out a minute ago. Sometimes it lines up too. It's like looking at the DXY. It's just, I think for my strategy, I feel like it's just unnecessary. Look at those things. Where's your TP at? I don't have one right now. No TP, and we don't have a trade, right? So still waiting for volume here. It's been how long? How long have you been here for? 2 hours and a half, chat? So yeah, just we moved 270 pips. We move like a pip per minute. Fake breakouts are worse. Yeah. Sometimes it can be part of it though. Sometimes. There's just like so many moves that happens in the markets, and there's so many like different opportunities for every different type of trader to get in and out of, right? Like even today, like although I wasn't looking for anything, a lot of people in chat had positions, like sells coming down or like buys, right? There's always something for some strategy out there to grab. So it's not just one way of being profitable. It's just like, how many layers can you add? Straight. This is 30 minute empty. What am I missing? Let's take a look. You talking about zones? Oh wait. True. Nice sells here though. Is that Asian last night? Oh, Friday. I am. We're all learning, correct? Always a learner. Forever. Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, ever. $30 chat. 30 minutes. 30-minute close. How did it close? Weak bearish, holding the zone still. So still haven't reacted off 43.10. But it is a leg candle on the 8-hour time from there. So just a minor support, right? Could treat it as one as well. If you don't see a leg candle, that's fine. And yeah, I'm still hovering here. I am. Can you speak Mandarin? Bruh, I'm not Chinese. I can speak Viet a little bit. Their page styles. The website? Oh, thank you. admeast.com. Chat, admeast.com. Free playbooks out now. V1 and V2. And I just dropped a video 2 weeks ago for the playbook V2. Born in Canada. I was born in Canada.
Got a few 2010 songs coming now. A drain first.
I don't feel that she's mine enough.
Next up, I got us some high energy exercise type songs. Start.
Yeah, we have a big news on Wednesday, huh? June 10th. Core CPI. S tier folder. CPI 830. And then Thursday, we have some more news. PPI. C tier. Check me. I'll be right back in a minute. 1 minute.
Nigga, the cops outside. Lock up the house. We keep the team on high. Some gold in their mouth. Nigga, the Porsche outside. With at the top. She one of my most outside. Bringing the shots. Tell these phony bitches beat it. With that Photoshop and body Adobe. Helmet. She in there making panini. She know I got all the bread. She know me. Got it. I'm a hustle having business. It's been a minute since my niggas done known it. Howdy. Cleveland boy, he make 'em pay. Yes, that Cleveland boy, he done made a way. Hey. Headed for somewhere to go. Anywhere cinema. These niggas don't know where to go. Gotta keep giving them heat. Time to go double though. Time to add up the mad. And I've been dealing with so many things, having so many dreams. Let's go.
What's up, Jordy? Look, that candle song. little bit of structure here. You had like this mini range right here, and you broke above, so that's good for volume, and then it broke below too. So now, is it gonna continue, or is it gonna come back up to re-break the highs? We'll find out. We will find out. Oh, I was missing this today. 557, do you up to the record? 559. 559. 123 and 82. True. Let's go next. It's gonna be a crazy game today. What time is it? 8:30? Man, I need Wemby to pull through, man. I need Wemby to drop 45. When did you start trading? 2019. A long time. Actually, not too long.
Coming next, some song. On now, I'm ready to serve.
All right, where's the brown noise? Serenade by Travis? Sure, man. So it's true what people saying. You need to pass for many years to be profitable, or at least resilient. You gotta be resilient for sure. You gotta just keep getting up every time you fail. But in terms of time, I don't believe in like it takes X amount of years. I do believe in, from my experience, that you will have different levels of profitability. Like your first year being profitable is different from your year 4, because if you're always evolving and learning, you get better each year. But you gotta have the resilience for that as well, right? To just keep going. Even when you do find profitability, there's always things to improve. But there's people who are like profitable 8 months in. Maybe they have some finance background or something, right? It depends. But there are people who I know who are not profitable 10 years in, right? But they also might be on and off. They're not there consistently every day. So like on and off. Like every now and then they'll give it a go again, and they'll make it improvements, right? Some people don't got time to be in the charts all day long for 10 years, or every day for 10 years. But the resilient stuff, for sure, you need that. Oh, mirror stuff? Yo, let Pip. I might have missed the mirroring stuff in the Divas 02 then. I don't think I added that in Divas 02. Mirror. Yeah, mirror is just like clean traffic when we look left. Yeah, I'm gonna note that down. I need to add that. Yeah, because I mentioned it here. True. How long did you conquer your training motions? From when I started till now. You always feel emotions. Like I still feel emotions, but it's just like how you act on them. it's like how you like act on your emotions, but you always feel them. Like when you close off and price drops 500 pips, you know, I'm like, oh damn, it drove 500 pips. But then through experience, I tell myself, hey, there's been hundreds of trades that I've taken that has done the same. I'm still here today to take this trade. But yeah, you definitely feel something. You're human. Start to hold here, champ. You broke the lows very slightly. So is the 30-minute leg candle gonna fill? It is 129. Hey, 100 likes. Thank you. W100 likes. Why you trade a small account? It's not a small account. This is a lot of money in here, bruh. 2581.45. You are a big trader though? So big trader got nothing to prove. Chat, who here has been enjoying the $1,000 account challenge? Or not challenge, but the $1,000 account growth. If I had to sell courses, bro, I would be showing bigger balances. I got nothing to sell. I got nothing that I have to sell. It's just showing up and helping people out. Like, people have questions. People want to copy my trades. People want to get you know, like small nuances from my trading strategy. That's what I'm here to show and explain. But I'm sure there's like tons of value here. If you're watching just for the balance, then you might not be interested. But you will be interested if it goes up to 10K, right? In a couple of years. So I'll see you then. But for those who have like similar balances or like want to see consistency, here you go. For the next X amount of years. There's also more people nowadays showing like $1 million balances or bigger balances, or showing like these huge amounts of money. But ever since I dipped and came back, not one trader that I've seen has been showing live trading stats every day and consistent every day. Like on stream, like showing everything that they do still, but balances are showing. But that's the formula now. So I'm like, bet, let me change the formula up. Let me show $2,500 account or $1,000 account, and we're gonna spend 8 years growing this account, or however long it takes to grow this account. And then along the way, Depends on what part you tapped in from, like, you know, 1K, 2K, 3K. But you would have seen the consistency if you were here. You know what I mean? 10K in 10 years isn't better get a job. Oh man. Yeah, it is better get a job. Get the job. Get the job, man. You take trades separate from live? No. I haven't taken any off-stream trades or any trades that where I wasn't in Divas 01 on like a live recording or like YouTube live since the account started. So the first time we grew the account from 100K to a milli, there's a lot of like trades that were taking the singles channel off stream, but this time I'm making sure that everything we take, because I'm only trading one session now, so every trade that I take is like shown here live. So no option trades or anything like that. You're not gonna see like a loss and then off stream taking trades to cover half the loss. It's gonna, like, even the last loss we took here in January, it took us like 3 months, right? 2 months to recover, month and a half, 2 months to recover. Yo, we got 13 minutes. 13 minutes left, chat. Let's see if this Vaughn picks up, or is it gonna be a day? I didn't really expect much. I was hoping that you can get volume early, but clearly still no volume yet. It seems like a bank holiday though today. Every draft song, I swear, is not intentional. What did I skip? Bro, but I skipped so many songs. I even skipped like Kanye songs and Drake songs too, no? This is a Drake and, oh yeah, I forgot he was on this album actually. If you're reading this, it's too late. See, I just skipped Cardi. Smack or die. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, man. It wasn't a bad song. But I think when he dropped it, he said something about waiting and listening to that other stuff. I think he dropped this song to reply to like Drake or some shit. And I was like, this is the song you reply with? But it's not a bad song. Good tune, good tune. When do you start trading 1K? We started last year on April 11th. You know, part of the main reason too was because I remember when, bro, used to be popping like, we'll be popping 30 lots, whatever, and every time it was, hey Don, you can only trade this strategy because you got a big balance. All right, bet. Drop the balance down to 1K, doing the same thing, and now it's, yo, why is the balance so small? Like there's always like something. It was never just, all right, cool. Oh damn, that's consistency. But it was always like, there was always something. Hello? Hello? Okay. All right. W Grant though, he sees it. It's like no matter what balance it is, right? The percentages are the same. No matter if you're like copying this account to like a different account or if you're like trading only this account, it's like it's percentages you're looking at the end of the day still. Like this versus like 100 million. Obviously, I think as the account size does grow, the goal should be to like risk a lot less because you have more capital. So then you're gaining, it gets to a point where you'll be gaining like 2% a year, and that might be enough, right? Nowadays, if we get like what 2% every like 2 trades. So in a year, you're making like 0.004 per day or whatever. And at the end of the year, you're up like 2%. And then that's how much hedge funds make really. Sorry, check my things cook. I guess people are just looking for their hope in you, because if you're trading big account, they felt impossible to get the big cap in the first place. And your small account dollar growth is, yeah. But I think people miss the point when looking at balances though. Like big or small, like, because a lot of people just see big balance and they just follow it, like, oh, just because that person has big balance, but like they're not showing like any, like they're not looking for the consistency that they can apply to their own trading. You know what I mean? And slow seems impossible to get to their ideal lifestyle. Yep. But then that's the wrong audience that we're gonna have watching us then, you know what I mean? So like, people see his account, some people see his account off bat and they're like, okay, I'm not watching this guy's trade $1,000 account every morning. But then there's also people who are like showing up like, why is he trading a $2,000 account? And then, you know, they're here for a couple months and they gain some insights. But you know, the account and channel isn't gonna be made for everyone to like really connect with. The day you hit the middle of the cheeky trade, yep, that trade that we're like dying to get, all we need to do is make $1. That was like the most. But then again, why did we have to take a cheeky trade to get to $1 million? Like from 999.999? You should just wait the next day. Flaw 1. That was a flaw on its own. So next time, maybe that's why we capped that milli. Because like, why did it have to be a cheeky trade to get to the milli? When from 0 to a milli, it was no cheeky trades. Or from 100K to the milli, it was no cheeky trades. You know what I mean? So that is flaw 1. But now we know. Yeah, you can still compound your account. But even for like, even people who complain about like DVS01 being too expensive, like it makes sense, because in order to be making money to cover up for the fee, you can't be coming in there with a $10 account, right? Like, I mean, you could, but you're not gonna be making the most of the signals. Like, I think minimum requirement in there is like at least $1,000, $2,000 for you to be making money off signals with the fee of the price. So you gotta cover up for that too. So it's not built for like everybody, right? But that's why I have different things I try to put out. So like the free playboy, you can take advantage of this and that. But $1,000 account, let's say we make like 10% a month, you're making like $100. So that barely covers the 1 month fee. I think you need like a $2,000 account at least. You'll be making like maybe $200 a month on average, which covers up the fee. Right? $125 a month. Cookie. If RSI is overbought, MACD is bullish, volume is bearish, sentiment is neutral, the moon is full, my cat sat on the keyboard, shot long, short, hedge. You're missing a leg candle. You're missing a leg candle. He's done proving the big balance point. He wants you to understand what he actually does, and this small live account allows him to demonstrate it. Yep. But people don't. As I show up every day and do my thing. Do my thing. I started $50 since your currency equals 0.15, and now I'm close to 1K. So it's not about how much you have, but what you do, what you have. Yep. Anybody here copy trade on 2 different accounts? Like funded to live or live to funded or live to another live account. Bros, make a full analysis from low time for a small one. Maybe the people that are new into all this will find out something new. I feel like we did do that this stream, right? I think we're just still waiting for those plays to kind of form here. We're still waiting for those same 3 plays, which we're running out of time. It's 11 here, so we're going to start placing a session stop loss. But yeah, it looks like you have a leg candle closure here. So now you have a leg candle right here and you got a leg candle here. So which one will fill? All right, not much we can do still. It's the same range we're in, but at least now you have a high, you have a low. So wick entry sell is still doable at 4377. The hard part is just getting there, right? 400 pip move, you need to push, or at least breaking above 43.553, 54. You gotta break that at least. That's the daily highs. If you rebreak the daily highs, you get a push, which could be a wick entry sell because that's the first push above the range. First break would be a fake out. And if you were to continue up, it won't just go up within one move. It's gonna come up, higher lows, up, higher lows for you to be bullish. And if it weren't to be bullish, you'll come up and then you'll break back to the range. And then below here, we're looking for sells. Not here, but below here. Leg candle. So those are the ideas today that we had from like the morning, and we're still waiting for that. And you need volume. You need volume for that to occur because that's a pretty wide push, right? You need for sells, you need to push down 480, and in a push up, you need to push down 420. So that's why today's been kind of like bland because we've been lacking volume. So nothing creative has happened, nothing new, nothing different from what it was doing during London and Asian. So yeah, that leaves us just chilling here today. We didn't really, nothing much I could really talk about today. Nothing new. Whereas Friday, you just kept getting ideas like back to back. But I think it was a good day as long as you didn't like force trades, right? Take trades that you weren't supposed to be taking. I think that's still a good day. Top down analysis again. The thing is, every time I do a top down analysis, chat goes quiet. But they keep things short. That's basically the 3 plays. Every time I do top-down analysis, crickets in here. Cause I did not say the words buy or sell here. Pending order here, right? Hey, does YouTube mode have emotes only? No, right? I don't think so. Why don't they have that though? If you want the top-down analysis, just rewind to the beginning of the stream, like 8 a.m. Every day, chat, I'll hop on at 8, and then we do the analysis. First thing we do, and then the rest of the session, depending if things move or not, we'll add more stuff to it along the way. Or some days, there's nothing to add because you don't move. But think about it, chat. You had a drop on Friday, right? Today's Monday. Monday could be volatile, Monday could be dead. Doesn't matter. Friday could be volatile, Friday could be dead. Doesn't matter. But look at where you are. Disregard all of that. What day it is of the week, where it is. Look at where you're at. You had a drive. What's after a drive? A range. It's the very first day coming back since a drive. What's the next play? Liquidity. So if you sit in this range, the blue range, or not even, the blue range would be like more so up here. But if you sit in this area the whole week or the whole day, tomorrow could be liquidity. So tomorrow you'll see a breakout below or a breakout above first. And then that takes you one step closer to the direction. Because that's going to lead to fake outs or maybe breakouts. If you hold, same thing, going down, it can lead to a breakout or it can lead to a fake out right back into the range to continue up. But that looks like tomorrow or maybe Asian London if we're lucky. I would prefer Asian London if that can be over with, because then New York tomorrow could be a driving day. But that's about it. Our only highlight this week is the weekly lecandle fill. Right?
On now, I'm ready to serve some fun on a platter. These songs are packed with joy, starting with Jamie XX.
Should wait until Asian. Yeah, usually like the next time I check charts after New York will be Asian, so we'll be on an 8. I gotta check it around 8. I'm gonna place a session stop loss though before we hop off. I think we'll do one at the lows here. We're doing the lows here, chat. 43.10. If you break that low, we'll call it a day. Sounds fair? You only trading gold? Yeah, only gold. Only gold, only one session. Gold. My favorite pair. First time here? Yo, W. W, man. Hope to see you more then. No pressure. Drop and remind you how proud I am of you. Years of work success here, guys. The answer to young man that I can longevity in trading, teaching, and leadership. Go down. Oh, damn, Mitchell. I remember you. I remember. That's like 2019. W. That is OG member. Damn, you're still trading? Yes, that's good to hear. How long, or how's it going? Since like the start. That's like, I think 7 years now. Oh, you're here? Okay. W. What's the entry here? Target price? I don't have one right now, man. A lot of what we did today was just wait for volume, and that's still not here, so there's not much I can do. You know? On and off. Let's see. Oh, cheers to better years. TP means target price. I just took that in. Bro, you went almost a full year of no losses and you don't know what target price means? I actually didn't know it meant target price. I thought it meant take profit. I always took it in as take profit. Same thing though, right? Target price, take profit. Wait. Is it take profit or is it target price? Take profit sounds more natural. PT, profit taken. PT means something else. In trading, TP stands for take profit. It is conditional automated order that closes an open trade once specific predetermined profit level is reached. Traders use it to lock in gains without having to consistently monitor the market or let their emotions dictate their exist. Set and forget. PT means personal trader. Ain't that mean like back in the day that shit used to mean like playtime. Like, yo, man's been asking her, like, yo, you got PT, bro? Oh, it means part-time too? Oh, shit, it probably means a lot. All right, chat. I think we call it a day, man. We'll be here tomorrow. So you're not moving. I don't know if you're moved. Maybe you can still get a late session move like around 1 p.m. in the next 2 hours, but yeah, not much I could have really done today. What was total pip movement? 300? It's all right. We'll be here tomorrow, chat. Okay, 8 a.m. East tomorrow morning. I'll be here sharp. If you guys are new to the channel, sub to the channel, hit the like button, and you'll get notified whenever I go live. All right, cheers, everybody. Take it easy. Wish you guys a great trading week. Peace, peace. Peace, peace.